Honorable mention to Peter Chiarelli. Peter Chiarelli did some things that weren't popular. The Taylor Hall deal was not popular at the time.
No.
Clefbaum is not a kid people believed in for a while there. Milan Lucic, they sold him on Edmonton. Like, there's some really important things done.
Maroon pickup didn't cost him a ton.
Really good.
He's worked out for them.
This is Connor McDavid's show.
Right.
God love Cam Talbot. God love Peter Chiarelli, Coach McClellan, all the above. Connor McDavid, if he's not there and he's not playing 70-plus games, they're not doing a damn thing. Because they've had plenty of first overall picks in the past, and they weren't that significant to the success of others around them. Connor is not that type of talent. He is from another world, and this is his show. And for that reason, if I had a Hart Trophy vote, which I don't, I give it to Connor McDavid. I feel that strongly about the year he's had, and he's been incredible. Now, this is not some limb I'm going out on.
As much as I respect your opinion, I would like another on the matter, if that's possible.
Well, only if you get a guy who's been in Edmonton like forever and is respected and knows his team.
Cover the Oilers since 1972.
But if you don't have that guy, I'm going to get really upset.
Okay.
Who do you have?
I got him. Jim Matheson. How about that?
Okay, that counts.
And he joins us now from Edmonton. He of the Edmonton Journal. Jim, thanks a lot for taking the time and doing this with us.
My pleasure, guys.
So let's ask you, who deserves the credit for what's happening here in Edmonton?
Well, I think it probably starts at the top. The general manager, Peter Chiarelli, came in 2 years ago, and he's changed over about 80% of the roster, and it was a losing roster. Now it's a winning roster. I don't know if you can give Peter Chiarelli the credit for Connor McDavid because the Oilers won the lottery. That was a bingo ball luck of the century move, and now the Oilers, in their history, have had Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid, and the only other franchise I can think of that rivals that is the Pittsburgh Penguins, who got Mario Lemieux, and then they got Sidney Crosby. So that doesn't happen very often. And the coach brought in a system that would work, and the players are adhering to it. The moves that Chiarelli made changed the face of the franchise in that they were a rush team, smaller, you could push them out of the game. Some of the teams in the West tried that. Now they've got Milan Lucic on one line, Patrick Maroon on another line, Zach Kassian on another line. So they're very tough on all three lines, so they can kind of play either way, tough in the corners or on the rush. So everything's fallen into place, and the goaltending of Cam Talbot, as you pointed out, has been very solid from start to finish. And if you don't win in this league unless you've got a goaltender that A, the players have faith in, and B, the goalie himself knows that he's a #1 goaltender. And I think it took Cam a good part of last year before he realized that he was not a backup anymore. He was a starting goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, was Connor McDavid the MVP of this season, do you think?
If he wins the scoring title, I don't think there's any doubt. Usually the person who wins the scoring title is also the MVP. The only one, other one in my mind would be Sidney Crosby, because he's going to lead the league in goals, and he's challenging Connor for the scoring title. And that's a lot of goals in this day and age, over 40. So it's between those two. And if they end up tied, Connor's going to lose because it goes to the player with the most goals, as Wayne Gretzky found out in his first year in the NHL when Marcel Dion had more goals than he did, and they ended up tied. So I think, a long answer to a short question, he should win the MVP, but I think he has to win the scoring title first to emphatically put that to rest.
I got to ask you, since you have covered the Oilers for a while, did you ever think in those heydays when you bring up Gretzky and Dion tying atop the NHL scoring league, did you ever think there'd be a spot where it would be 10 years between playoff appearances?
I don't know how to write a playoff story now. It's been so long. June 19th, 2006 was the one I put to bed when the Oilers lost 3-1 to Carolina in the Stanley Cup final. And we all thought back then as writers that the next year they'd be back because they were so close. And Carolina hasn't had much success either, as you well know, of making the playoffs. So answer to the question, no, I thought the Oilers would make the playoffs a couple of times in this stretch, but then the drought ran on and on and on, it seemed like whatever they did was wrong, and they didn't have the right mix of players. They had some good first overall draft picks, but not Connor McDavid good, and I think McDavid has kind of tipped it. They've got a world-class player, generational player, to use an overworked term, I think, but a player who's better than just a first overall draft pick. And I think the players take their lead from him. They know that they have the best player on their team pretty much every night, unless perhaps they're playing Sidney Crosby. So I think that's a great boost psychologically before you go into a hockey game, knowing your guy is better than everybody else's guy in the league.
I know they got some rest, and it'll be interesting to see how Cam Talbot comes back from that rest. But did you think he looked tired last week?
I thought he looked mentally tired more than physically tired. I think just playing every game. In the West, the travel is certainly worse than it is in the East, where you can play 70-plus games with shorter hauls from city to city, sometimes bus rides. I think if anything, he was mentally tired. I don't think he played well in Anaheim at all last week when the Oilers lost 4-3 to Anaheim, and he admits that. I don't think he played quite so badly against Colorado, but the coach wanted to change things up because the team was playing so poorly. So his history this year is that when he has a game that's average or below, he usually bounces back and plays very well in the next game. And I think, he's pretty hungry himself. He watched Henrik Lundqvist for several years get all the good games, and while he was the trusty sidekick, and now it's his ball, and he's running with it. And I think he's proven to himself, and I think to the league, that he's a top third goalie in the league, top 10, 11 goalie in the league. And as long as you have one of those goalies, I think you've got a chance to win a Stanley Cup.